Hey y'all, I am back. Second video today. I don't know if I will get them both uploaded today. I live in a rural area and so my internet options are all crap, and I just switched from the local very rude internet providers to a T-Mobile hotspot because they don't offer T-Mobile home internet in my area yet. But I just checked my upload of the Tamed Wild review box and it's going very slowly. Those of you who watched that video know that I have not been feeling well. I'm still recovering. I have switched from coffee back to ginger ale. My stomach is not quite ready for coffee, which makes me very sad. But let's get on with this review. We are reviewing March's Goddess Provisions box. Before we do that real quick, the giveaway that I'm trying to do when we get to 25 subscribers, let me just remind you, not quite sure how that's going to work. I don't know how I'm going to get the address of whoever wins. If you know how people on YouTube get addresses without publishing them or get messages, please let me know. Comment on the video for your chance to be entered. And just to remind you, we are doing a giveaway. I actually have options now. So we have this little charm bracelet that I made out of the Casting Charms kit. I decided not to use its purpose. So we have the sun, the moon, and the stars. And then I made 2 anklets. And y'all are going to laugh, but I'll explain. So first, let me just show you. Here's one with some little animals. It's got a frog, a bird, and a rabbit. So I was kind of figuring land, water, air on that one. If I can. And then this one I figured all kind of earth elements. We have, maybe it's going to hang this way. The strawberry, mushroom, and a butterfly. And you're looking at me holding up these anklets and you're like, are you sure that's not a choker? And I'll tell you why I made them this big. I am a bigger girl. I don't know what my ancestors did in the past, but apparently it required us to have an extremely sturdy base, and I have cankles, and I could never find anklets that fit me. So that just kind of resonated with me, and so these 2 options I offer are canklets. Oh, y'all forgot to remind me not to laugh. So anyway, if you choose one of these 2 options, I will also send an extra jump ring with them so you can move it to whatever size fits your ankle. And then you can just snip off the extra or whatever. But I thought it would be nice to offer that as an option. The bracelet, I'm not changing. So let's review March's Goddess Provisions box. And if you remember, it is the Rooted in Magic box to celebrate Ostara. Did I get everything in here? I hope so. So the magic mushroom altar shelf that you can't see very well right there. I do have it at work. Everything in this box, let me preface this by saying, I think this last week, I don't know if you still can, but this last week you could get everything in this box along with quite a few other items at a hugely discounted price. So the retail value of this box was kind of brought down a little bit, but I do still believe it was worth the $33. The altar shelf, it was very cute when I put it together. It is very sturdy. I will say that mine did have like a small chip in the wood, but it doesn't really affect the aesthetics of it with where it is at. And so I have it sitting on my desk at work with a few crystals on it. Not the crystals that I wanted, because it was smaller than I thought it was going to be. So you can really only put very small items on there, but it's very cute and it serves its purpose. The next item was the Witch's Guide with the I did this the same. The Witch of the Forest Guide to Earth Magic. And I did go through this book, quite a few parts of this book, and it has a lot of interesting information. It's got information. I think we've got the runes, and there's illustrations for everything. It's got some affirmations in it. I release the desire for control, which I think is actually the page that I opened up to in the first video. It goes over how to cast a circle. It's just a really good pocket book. Now, I will say that the print in this book is extremely small. My contact prescription just recently changed, and I was having quite some difficulty reading it. I think I've kind of adjusted to, though now it's not as bad, or maybe the lighting is different. Speaking of, oh, hi, here I am. But the book has a lot of information in it, and even if you are not into witchcraft, I'm exploring, not necessarily witchcraft, but just so much working with the elements that nature gives us, using food for healing and using the tools that nature provides us. I do believe crystals can raise vibrations and guide us in certain directions, and as far as our internal vibrations. I know that plants have power, various things like that. There's a lot of interesting information in this book. So the Aroma Sutra's Goddess Ostara bath tea. I did do a tea bath with this, and it does smell very good. It's kind of I'm not going to say earthy. It's just kind of a clean scent. Okay, pine is what I'm getting, because I was going to say kind of foresty. But I will say that I kind of did not feel like Aroma Sutra made this all that it could have been. I think that if the only ingredients in here that I think that make this a bath tea would be the Epsom salt and the essential oils. I think if they would have omitted the little pinch of Epsom salt that's in this package and the essential oils, well, depending on what oils they were, I feel like this could have been a bath / drinking tea. Like, they could have made this multifunctional for people that maybe don't take baths. That being said, I did enjoy the bath. It was very fragrant, even just the little 2 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon in the bag that I put in my bath. I did enjoy the experience, and there's plenty in here to do multiple baths. Oh, my tea infuser. Hold on just 1 second. washed it and set it out to dry so I could bring it in, and then left it over there and forgot it. Sorry if y'all saw my hiney. So the tea infuser ball, I have never used a tea infuser ball. I have actually just recently started getting into drinking loose leaf teas. I grew up in a coffee household. Was never really into teas. And then when I did start getting into teas, it was just the store-bought prepackaged in the bag type of thing. I am highly enjoying my tea experiences now. And what I was using before, I have a little teapot that has a strainer built in, and it works okay. It works better if you're brewing more than 1 cup of tea at a time. It holds, I think, 16 to 18 ounces of fluid, and the fuller it is, the better it works. So if I'm just brewing 1 cup of tea, it wasn't really doing its best. So highly recommend a tea ball if you don't have one and you're looking into getting loose leaf teas. Again, this was on the website for half price, so you could get it for $8. You can get tea balls on Amazon all day long too for $8, with little charms and whatnot on the end of them too. Just be careful and look at the reviews to find out the quality that they are. This one seems to be functioning and working very well for me, and I do enjoy it. So the next item is the Magic Fairy Candle Spring Ritual Equinox Tea and Ostara booklet. I did read a lot of interesting information. There's a few recipes in here. Again, we go on about runes. I have a friend that I have put on search for some materials. I want to make my own rune stones. Just kind of, I find them fascinating. I haven't made the recipes. I just haven't had time, and then when I did have time, I was ill. And then it just gives you information about the Ostara altar. The tea blend, if you will recall, when I smelled it in the unboxing video, I said that it smells like a barn, and I will... Oh, that has changed a little. Maybe it's just because I'm sick. Maybe there's something in there that doesn't agree with my body right now. Because it smells different, less pleasantly like a barn. But the flavor on this, I will let you know, also tastes like a barn, but in a good way. It's very earthy. It's very, I kind of want to say loamy, but it's kind of grass-like. It does have oat straw in there, so I'm sure that that plays into it. Licorice, maybe that's what I'm smelling, is the licorice. Honestly, I think people who really enjoy true licorice have something not quite right with it. No, there's also kind of okay, I gotta stop smelling that. It is not agreeing with me today. But it smells earthy. It tastes earthy. I won't say fresh, because fresh for me might mean something different than fresh means for you. For me, fresh is bright. There's a citrus element, or not necessarily a floral element, because I don't like the flavor of florals, but fresh means bright, and there's not a brightness in here as far as the spring goes. But it's very earthy tea. And then last but not least, we had the Lava Thinking Stone in our Nest of Questionable Origin. A lady on another channel, she wanted to know if hers was made of human hair. I think we decided it might be horse hair. I kind of want to reach out to Origins and ask them exactly what this is. I'm sure it's a plant fiber of some kind, but it is very stiff and hair-like. And I haven't really done anything with this. I'm actually trying to decide if I'm going to use the nest as decoration on something that I'm making, or oh dear. Well, now I can't move because I've dropped it and I don't want it to hit the floor. It didn't hit the floor, but I can't find it in my lap. Okay, well, maybe the lava stone is upset with me for not using it. But that is my review of the items that are in the box. Like I said, I did enjoy everything. There's nothing really that I'm not getting any use out of. I am taking something from everything, whether it's just knowledge or an experience. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Once again, comment down below so you can get entered to win either your bracelet or canklet once we reach 25 subscribers. We're 2 away. Thanks, guys. Bye. Love you.